Stars is sitting in the secret square and could win a trip to the Push Comedy Theater on the plot. Who is it? Is it Beef McDowell?
Hey, I'm Beef McDowell, America's premier meat detective. You get salami slayings, you get bologna beatings, you get missing meat. You just call me at 1-800-MAN-MEAT, and I'll come on down and help you out.
Draven Dead Knight.
I like blood, and I hate you.
Julia Child.
I am just so pleased to be here. You're all just a wonderful lump of puff pastries to me.
Cedric Fowler.
All right, guys, I know what you're thinking. Yes, it is Cedric Fowler. And yes, you're all going home with hot sauce tonight, okay? Enjoy that on me.
Hank Amory. Hank, you're currently muted. Nigel Flourishbottom.
Hello, Nigel Flourishbottom, historian to the stars. Stars are used to getting what they want, so I tell them the history they want to hear.
Guy Fieri.
Hey everyone, you know me from Triple D to Unders, Drive-Ins, and Dives on the Food Network. Just happy to be here. Happy to be here with all my pals and maybe learn about a few little secret hot spots.
Francois Alize Jenkins.
What's up? It's your favorite Instagram socialite and twerk enthusiast, and I'm ready to have some fun on every.
And Uncle Al.
I'm Al. You might know me from Al's Emporiums. I'm super happy to be here today, and we'll be opening our new gaming emporium. You know, games like the one we're on.
And tonight, they are all in the neon squares. And here's your host, Violet.
Welcome everyone to Neon Squares. We're so excited to get started. Speaking of squares, how are you doing, stars?
Yeah, good.
Great.
Contestants, who do we have tonight? First, we've got Kara Singsley, straight out of Oklahoma. Kara, what do you do for a living?
Howdy, y'all. You heard of dance moms? I'm like a dance mom, but with cheerleading, but I don't have any kids.
Wow, that sounds really exciting. Stay with Draven. And our second contestant is Kirk Latulence. Kirk, I heard you just got a new car. You could drive straight to the Push Comedy Theater and see the show if you win. What's your story?
That's right. Straight from the dealership in Santa Flabongo. Really happy with it. Goes from 0 to 60 in no time at all. Lots of gears that I can shift into.
That sounds exciting, Kirk. Now, we've got a word from our sponsor.
HalfPriceHotDogs.com. Are you tired of paying exorbitant prices for a simple hot dog? Try HalfPriceHotDogs.com. Supermarket hot dogs can cost as much as $5 or even $6. Hot dogs at the store? Say no more. HalfPriceHotDogs.com. Lowest prices on hot dog products guaranteed. HalfPriceHotDogs.com. For all your hot dog needs. We've got all beef hot dogs, kosher hot dogs, Thai chicken curry hot dogs, cheese-filled hot dogs, corn dogs, not dogs. We don't have Wiener Schnitzel. That's not a hot dog, I checked. Filled taco hot dog extravaganza. We even have bratwurst. HalfPriceHotDogs.com.
It's what your dad thinks about when banging your mom. HalfPriceHotDogs.com.
Hey, we're about to get started. We're in round one. Okay, our secret square tonight is, they've been notified, and if they get the secret square, if our contestant gets the secret square, they are going to get an assortment of goodies, including a $10 gift certificate to the Wiener Hole. Kara, you want the toss. Who do you select?
I'd like to go with Hank.
Oh, darling, you sure are beautiful.
Well, thanks, Hank.
Yeah. Reminds me of my hit song. She said she was 18, but now I'm doing 20. The judge didn't think it was funny.
That sounds like my parents.
Yeah.
Hank, you ready for your question?
Sure, darling.
Okay. What is the name used to describe an invisible underwear for people who think the thong hides too much skin? Is it A, a G-string, B, a G-thong, or C, a C-thong, or D, you pull on my heartstrings?
I think it's A. I know this stuff. It's A.
I'm
gonna agree with Hank.
Well, sorry, Kara. X gets the square. It is C-thong. The C-thong is a flexible C-shaped wire that is wedged between the legs against the crotch. You got an X in the center. Kirk, who are you gonna pick?
You talk to my friend Uncle Al down there in the corner.
Al, what special you got going on?
We've got our new gaming emporium. We've got Monopoly in 5 different languages and versions. It should be a big hit for the holidays.
That sounds exciting. So Al, true or false? The acronym All Cows Eat Grass is used to aid beginner musicians in remembering the space notes of the auto clef.
Ooh, I thought it was all cows smoked grass. I think I'm a little off on that. I would have to say what was the question again? I got kind of baked.
True or false? All Cows Eat Grass is used to aid beginner musicians in remembering the space notes of the alto clef.
I would have to say true.
What do you think, Kirk? Do you think it's true?
Well, I think with Al's interests and habits, he'd fit here right at home at Santo Bobobo. But I'm gonna say that yes, I think Al's on the mark. I think it's true. I believe it.
O gets the square. It's the bass clef.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh, I knew a fine cow once on a French pasture who was smoked with a lot of grass. Absolutely delicious and juicy. Beef, I just realized we made it. I hope you weren't too offended by the last question. And cows, Mr. Beef McDowell, I do apologize.
Oh, no. If there's one thing I know about cows, they're meant to be eaten. You're thinking of my brother, Cucumber McDowell? He's a veggie detective, and he would not be happy about that conversation.
Oh, well, I'll be sure to make you a whole plate full of cucumber sandwiches
Yummy.
when you come.
This whole conversation reminds me of the time that I told none other than Patsy Cline that she was the most chaste woman in all of country music.
Chased as in, like, people would follow her when she went to places? Like, they'd run after her?
Yes, chaste. What did you...
Makes sense.
I don't know what else it would mean.
I mean, it makes sense. She made very good music, and she was a fine-looking lady.
Voice from heaven.
She's dead.
Moment of silence for Patsy Cline, everyone.
During this moment of silence, I just want to take a moment to let you all know Foul Fowler's food fluid is actually made with 100% ethically sourced peppers.
Now, we've got a word from our sponsor.
Permanently injured? Insurance companies are keeping you from the money that you earned when you got hurt. I'm Patricia the Pitbull Peterson, and I am willing to go to any lengths to get you the money that you deserve. Call me at 1-877-PITBULL. I will lay the gonads of the insurance companies on the dresser and bang them with a spiked bat. I will pull out the tongues of the insurance companies and stab them with a rusty screwdriver. I will sew the insurance companies' holes closed and keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. Call me now at 1-877-PITBULL. That's 1-877-PITBULL.
Kara, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Who are you selecting?
Okay, so I got that last one. I got Al. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Francois.
Francois.
Ooh, okay, because you know I am the secret square.
Oh, secret square.
That's not the only secret I'm hiding, baby.
So, Kara, if you get this question right, you will win our prize for tonight. I'm feeling good about this, Francois. What is the word used to describe someone who is a fan of Japanese culture?
Somebody who is a fan of Japanese culture. You know, one time I toured in Japan with Nicki Minaj and the City Girls. We did a whole twerkathon, you know, at the major Japanese Emporium Stadium that they got there. And, you know, it was just such a fun time. And afterwards, you know, we were doing meet and greets and we were signing girl boobs and everything like that. It was so fun. But anyways, I'm getting off the topic. I'm going to say that the name for somebody who's a fan of Japanese culture is called a weeaboo.
A weeaboo. Kara, is Francois twerking you?
I'm not gonna agree with Francois. It doesn't sound Japanese.
You got the square, Kara. It is a Japanophile.
You know, I once went to Japan. I was hunting a rogue sushi thief that would go into Japanese restaurants and steal sushi right off of people's plates. And you know what I did when I found him? I slid him open, tip to taint.
Mr. Beef McDowell, you know what I do? You know what I do when I get sushi, especially when I was in Japan? I pulled out a giant bottle of Mr. Cedric Fowler's hot sauce. I keep it in my bag. I keep it in my purse all the time.
I'm gonna have to try this hot sauce. I've never heard of it in my travels, but it sounds excellent.
It is excellent. Also, I did not kill my wife.
You know, when they did an autopsy on Dom DeLuise, he was 37% hot sauce.
Y'all, in Oklahoma, we don't eat sushi, but they do go catfishing with their fists. And they catch catfish by sticking their fist in a hole in the lake.
Isn't it just called cat fisting? Or is that something else?
Can't make an omelet without fisting a few cats.
Yeah, one time I was in a small town of Oklahoma, and they had Polish sushi. Y'all ever had that? It's buck wild. It's normal sushi, but stuffed with sauerkraut.
Oh, Fieri, that sounds absolutely divine. I think you and I should go out sometime and have a little bit of a fun pickle together.
Oh, I'd love to split a tray of wings and talk shop with Julia.
Now you're cooking. Okay, Kirk, what are you gonna do? Who you calling on?
I got no choice. I'm in a corner here. I'm gonna have to call on Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
The Southeast.
Okay, Guy, you ready for the question?
Ready.
If Kirk can block Kara, finish the lyric by Harry Neeson from a song made popular in the dark romantic comedy Practical Magic. Put the blank in the blank and drink 'em all up.
Viola, that was a beautiful interpretation. Let's start with that. This is quite puzzler, actually. I'm not much of a Renaissance music man type, so I'm going to think the best way I can think is wearing my glasses backwards on the back of my head. So I'm going to get my thinking pose. And...
Ooh, very avant-garde, Mr. Fieri. Oh,
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think people realize that I can be a gentleman and a scholar as much as I can be a rascal and a player. Now, as we're going back to the question at hand, you know, I love putting things and other things and drinking them up. And if I know anything about mixed cocktails, and I know quite a bit, because if you go to my restaurant, especially the one down at the waterfront, waterside, I think it's called my smokehouse, called Guy's Smokehouse. If you go there, you can find nice little mixed cocktails. Now, I think you put the lime and the coconut and then you drink them all up.
The lime and the coconut. What do you think, Kirk? Is she correct?
The lime and the coconut. It matches the blanks. Sounds correct to me. You put the lime and the coconut and you drink it all up.
Kirk, You're putting your ball in the right court, boy.
You got them all in this court. All the balls in this court.
Kirk, you've blocked Kara. Kara, where are you going to go next?
I know all these music ones and he's getting them. All right, let's see. Let's go with Cedric.
Cedric, cotton clothing and textiles are made from the cotton plant. What plant does linen come from? Is it hemp, cotton, or flax?
It's your mom.
No, it's not my mom. I did check with her one time to make sure that she wasn't made out of any kind of fabric. It's a long story that involves me not killing my wife, but I'm gonna have to go with cotton. I think it's a misleading question, but I think it's cotton.
What do you think, Kara?
Disagree.
You're going to disagree, and you get the square. It's C, flax.
Yeah, I like to put flax seeds in my smoothies.
We've got a word from our sponsor.
Brady Petty. Brady Petty. Brady Petty. Brady Petty. I know how old I am. I know how old I am. I know how old I am. Brady Petty. Push Comedy Theater. Brady Petty. Horseman. Brady Petty.
Good talk.
Kirk, who are you picking?
Julia.
No!
Like your style, Kirk.
Nope.
Let her have
No
it.
pressure, Julia, but this could be the win.
I'm just going to relax and think about wading through a nice big fat vat of butter. All right, take it away, Violet.
Okay, true or false? In the Barbie universe, Barbie doesn't actually have a last name. True or false?
Oh, I remember once they were going to design a Barbie after me, but my proportions were just unable to fit into those crotchless genitalious ambiguous forms, so...
I'm sorry, Julia, if your Barbie is crotchless, you should really take your Barbie back.
It doesn't have a crotch.
Well, it has a crotch area. It doesn't have genitalia, like you said. But if there's like a hole where your Barbie's crotch should be, I think you don't have a Barbie, Julia.
Oh, I was saying, I got me a French Barbie. It was pretty nice. Got it.
Oh, I see. Well,
I don't think that was a Barbie. I think that was a sex doll.
Ooh.
Barbies are how tall? How many feet?
You tell us, Kirk.
That's fine.
Kirk, I'd hate to break it to you, but the standard Barbie is actually the exact same size as a bottle of Fowler's food fluid. So I think you might have got, son.
Oh,
That's a Barbie.
all this information is just too much. I'm going to say no. There is no last name.
There is no last name. What do you think, Kirk? Did they leave Barbie out of the last name?
Choose wisely, Kirk. Choose wisely.
This Barbie has a last name.
You said yes.
Yes, it has to be a last name. It's a but they wouldn't undignify this little girl's toy by not giving it a proper surname. Like the only way you can get a surname is from a man, would they?
So you disagree with Julia?
I disagree. There's got to be a last name. Julia, look deep within your heart. You know it. There's got to be a last name of this toy.
Kirk, you've won the game.
His
name is Roberts.
My Barbie has a last name. Its name is Roberts.
Yeah, that's the jingle. That's the...
Sure is.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. You chose correctly, Kirk. Congratulations to you. I think I need a nice big bottle of French wine after this.